If you are so smart, why aren't you happy? Happiness isn't something you find. It's a skill you develop. We're all taught from an early age that success automatically leads to happiness. Work hard, achieve your goals, and you'll finally be happy. But life is far more complex than that. Many successful people struggle with happiness just as much as the average person. A survey of Forbes list CEOs reported that 49% of them experience chronic loneliness and depression. Even celebrities who have it all mostly resort to drug abuse to cope with their mental health issues. So why is success not a sure guarantee for success? One critical factor at play is what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. This concept describes how quickly humans adapt to positive changes in their lives. It only takes a few days for your mind to reset back to its baseline level of happiness. That promotion you worked so hard for? The excitement fades faster than you think. The new car you saved up for? The thrill declines with every drive. Naval advises us to view happiness as a skill rather than a reward for achievements. This perspective shows that true happiness doesn't rely on external conditions. You can consciously control your happiness, regardless of your circumstances. This mindset frees you from the trap of validation and gives you complete autonomy over your emotional well-being. Now let's discuss the 8 rules for true happiness by Naval Ravikant. Rule 1. Protect your health. Confucius once said, "A sick man only wants one thing. A healthy man wants 10,000 things." Physical health is the foundation of everything. When you're sick, all your desires become irrelevant. Think about the last time you felt truly awful. Maybe you had the flu, or you were nursing a hangover. How did that physical discomfort impact your mood? Likely, your emotional state was just as low as your energy levels. Now remember a time when you felt physically energized and vibrant. I bet you were much more happier and productive. It's no coincidence that when your body feels good, your minds follow suit. This connection between body and mind is often overlooked. We tend to focus on mental strategies like positive thinking or mindfulness, neglecting the powerful role our physical health plays. But Naval suggests that taking care of our bodies is not just beneficial. It's essential for emotional well-being. The 3 fundamental pillars of health are exercise, diet, and sleep. Regular physical activity has been shown to significantly improve mood and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Exercising for 30 minutes every day can rewire the brain and improve overall well-being. Naval emphasizes the importance of varied forms of exercise, particularly yoga and sprinting, as effective ways to achieve this. Yoga offers a holistic approach, combining physical movement with mindfulness. This ancient practice lightens the body and calms the mind. Through deep breathing and focused movement, yoga helps you to reconnect with your body for a deeper sense of clarity and inner peace. Sprinting provides a high-intensity workout that releases endorphins and boosts energy levels. This form of exercise can be invigorating and empowering, helping to clear mental fog and elevate mood quickly. Sprinting challenges the body and mind, releasing that sense of achievement into other aspects of life. Incorporating both yoga and sprinting into a routine can offer a balanced approach to fitness, improving both physical and mental health. When it comes to diet, what you fuel your body with can shape how you feel mentally and emotionally. A nutrient-dense, balanced diet has a profound impact on mental well-being, with specific foods known to boost mood and cognitive function. Naval recommends following a diet based on ancestral principles, like the paleo diet, which emphasizes whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, and fresh fruits and vegetables. This approach avoids highly processed foods, refined sugars, and artificial additives, which can disrupt your energy levels. Naval warns that addictive substances like sugar and alcohol should be avoided. Sugar increases your blood pressure and decreases your brain power. Alcohol increases your anxiety and decreases your cognitive clarity. Choosing foods that your body can naturally process and absorb directly will immediately improve your mental and emotional health. The goal is to maintain a steady, natural state of energy and mental clarity, instead of consuming pleasure foods that take more than they give. Sleep is another crucial factor for consistent well-being. Naval places a strong emphasis on quality sleep, viewing it as foundational to better emotional and mental health. He believes that good sleep habits are non-negotiable for anyone seeking sustained well-being. When you're sleep-deprived, your mood, resilience, and cognitive function decline drastically. Stress, irritability, and emotional lethargy are some signs that your body isn't getting the rest it needs. Naval recommends structuring a sleep routine that prioritizes consistency and quality. Here are some of his tips. Go to bed at the same time every night. Establishing a regular sleep schedule makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Minimize screen time before bed. Blue light from phones, tablets, and computers can disrupt the body's natural production of melatonin, making it harder to wind down. Put your phone away 1 or 2 hours before your bedtime. Create a peaceful sleep environment. Naval advises making the bedroom a restful place, free of distractions and conducive to relaxation. Dim lighting, comfortable bedding, and a cool room temperature are some easy tweaks that will help you sleep better. Practice relaxation techniques. To calm the mind before bed, Naval suggests meditation or deep breathing exercises. These can help to reduce mental chatter and prepare the mind and body for sleep. Any effective strategy for emotional well-being needs to include a focus on physical health. It's hard to practice mindfulness, cultivate relationships, or pursue meaningful work when you're physically drained or unwell. This doesn't mean you need to become a fitness fanatic or completely overhaul your diet overnight. Small, consistent changes can make a big difference. Pay attention to how these changes affect your mood and energy levels. You will be surprised at how much your emotional well-being depends on your physical well-being. Rule 2. Chase financial freedom. You've probably heard the saying, money is the root of all evil. Naval refuses this ideology completely. He believes that happiness without material comfort is playing life in hard mode. Money isn't inherently good or evil. It is simply a tool that can significantly enhance your overall well-being. Yes, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you freedom, better healthcare, and better experiences. Minimalism suggests that true happiness comes from renouncing material possessions. While materialism equates success with acquiring fancy cars, clothes, and houses, Naval takes a balanced stance between these two views. He recognizes that achieving financial freedom can contribute to personal growth and fulfillment. However, he cautions against defining your self-worth solely by your possessions or financial status. One of Naval's most intriguing concepts is using financial resources to eliminate sources of stress and unhappiness. The true value of financial freedom lies not in accumulating wealth for its own sake, but in the options and flexibility it provides. When you're not constantly worried about making ends meet, you have the mental space to focus on personal growth, relationships, and adventures that bring you genuine joy. Financial freedom gives you peace of mind, which directly improves your overall happiness. Interestingly, research also suggests that how we spend our money matters. The concept of buying experiences rather than buying things has been shown to enhance happiness. Spending money on experiences, such as travel or social activities, leads to greater long-term satisfaction compared to material purchases. But how do we ensure that we're using our resources in a way that truly enhances our well-being? The next rule is the answer you're looking for. Rule 3. Have fewer desires. In the words of Naval, desire is a contract you make to remain unhappy until you get what you want. To understand this concept better, let's look at the Buddhist perspective on desire and suffering. Buddhism teaches that attachment to desires is the root cause of suffering. The Four Noble Truths outline how our cravings lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction. This ancient wisdom aligns surprisingly well with Naval's modern take on desire. Consider how unfulfilled desires create discontent in our daily lives. You might be constantly thinking about that promotion you want, feeling unhappy until you get it. Or perhaps you're fixated on finding the perfect partner, unable to enjoy your current relationships. These unfulfilled desires can create a constant state of tension and dissatisfaction, preventing us from appreciating what we already have. Even when you do achieve your desires, the satisfaction is often short-lived. Human wants are insatiable. No external thing can give long-lasting happiness. The constant pursuit of desires can lead to chronic depression. It's a never-ending cycle that keeps you chasing after the next big thing. Naval describes happiness as a state where nothing feels lacking, while peace is a stable form of tranquility unaffected by external circumstances. Peace is happiness at rest, and happiness is peace in motion. In other words, happiness is often a joyful response to pleasant events, while peace is a deep, steady sense of contentment. Contentment leads to peace, and peace develops into happiness. So by cultivating contentment, you can break free from the endless cycle of wanting and find a sustainable form of inner peace. This doesn't mean that happiness is bad or that we should avoid it. Rather, Naval's insights suggest that we might be better served by prioritizing peace as the foundation for a more sustainable form of happiness. When we have a baseline of inner calm, we're better equipped to fully enjoy those moments of active happiness without becoming dependent on them. Developing this foundation of peace can lead to a more profound and lasting sense of well-being. When you're at peace, you're less reactive to the ups and downs of daily life. You can enjoy moments of happiness more fully without the desperate need to cling to them. One strategy for cultivating inner peace is to focus on acceptance. Acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, which teaches that true peace comes from understanding and accepting the nature of reality. The Stoics believe that by focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, and accepting what we can't, we can achieve a state of inner tranquility. But what does acceptance look like in practice? It doesn't mean resigning yourself to unhappy situations or becoming passive in the face of challenges. It's about acknowledging reality as it is, without judgment or resistance. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, acceptance means recognizing the situation without getting angry or frustrated. You can still take action, like finding an alternate route, but you do so from a place of calm rather than stress. Individuals who have embraced acceptance find a profound sense of peace and contentment. They no longer expend energy fighting against their circumstances, which frees them to fully engage with life as it is. This doesn't mean they never face challenges or negative emotions, but they're able to navigate these experiences with greater ease and resilience. Another powerful practice is the use of acceptance statements, such as "it is what it is" or "this too shall pass." These simple phrases can help shift your perspective and reduce resistance to challenging situations. Acceptance is a powerful tool for inner peace. It helps you to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm rather than resistance. By letting go of your need to control every aspect of our lives, you open ourselves up to a deeper, more sustainable form of happiness. Rule 4. Seek truth. We often cling to comforting beliefs about happiness, thinking that if we just stay positive, practice gratitude, or achieve our goals, we'll find lasting contentment. But these common happiness myths can prevent us from addressing the root causes of our dissatisfaction. Naval suggests that true happiness comes from confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world around us. This process of challenging long-held beliefs isn't easy. It requires you to question deeply ingrained ideas and face aspects of yourself that you might prefer to ignore. The discomfort of challenging societal norms around happiness can be daunting. You might fear judgment from others or struggle with the uncertainty that comes from questioning your fundamental beliefs. But it's precisely this discomfort that paves the way for growth and deeper understanding. There's no single permanent solution to happiness. Achieving happiness requires a process of understanding and self-discovery. It is a process of training yourself to see certain truths. You might be wondering what truth Naval is referring to. It's the spiritual truth of no self. He invites you to question the very essence of who you think you are. Your identity often gets tangled in external validations, societal expectations, and fleeting accomplishments. When you build your self-worth on these unstable foundations, you set yourself up for a life of disappointments. Naval insists that this very ego, this strong sense of self we've been cultivated to nurture, might be the biggest obstacle standing between us and true contentment. Maintaining a strong ego comes with a significant psychological burden. You feel compelled to defend your self-image, to prove your worth, and to constantly measure up to your own and others' expectations. This creates a state of perpetual stress and dissatisfaction. As Naval puts it, self-improvement is a recipe for self-conflict. Don't take yourself seriously. You are just a monkey with a plan. This humorous yet profound statement highlights the futility of ego-driven pursuits. You might choose a career path based on prestige rather than genuine interest, stay in unfulfilling relationships to maintain your self-image, or push yourself to unhealthy limits to prove your worth. In each case, your strong sense of self prevents you from aligning with your true desires and values. Ego also makes you defensive in the face of criticism, competitive with your peers, and less open to new ideas or perspectives. Naval recommends practices that help you detach from your ego. 1. Non-doing meditation. This practice involves observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, helping you recognize that you are not your thoughts, but rather the awareness behind them. This awareness represents your true nature. The more you identify with this awareness, the more tranquil you become. 2. Self-inquiry. Take a moment to ask yourself, who am I? Dig deep into the layers of identity you've constructed over time. What remains when you peel those layers away? Everything is fleeting, including your sense of self. By accepting this truth, you begin to detach from rigid identities and find peace in the constant flow of life. 3. Perspectivism. Regularly remind yourself of your place in the grand scheme of things. As Naval said, all your accomplishments and shortcomings will go to dust. This perspective frees you from fear, guilt, shame, perfectionism, and any other inconsequential burdens that might be holding you back. To deepen your understanding of these esoteric truths, explore philosophies that discuss the idea of no self, such as Buddhism or Advaita Vedanta. These teachings provide profound insights into existence and your true nature, guiding you toward a more liberated and authentic self. By detaching from your ego, you become less reactive to life's ups and downs, less consumed by what others think of you, and more able to connect authentically with those around you. This freedom allows you to experience life more directly unfiltered by constant self-referential thoughts. The next rule will help you minimize your overthinking. Rule 5. Live in the present. The human mind is constantly oscillating between the past and the future. We are either replaying past events or projecting ourselves into imaginary futures. This habit is the root cause of stress and unhappiness. When you dwell on the past, you often find yourself caught in cycles of regret, shame, or anger over things you can't change. Likewise, when you fixate on the future, you can become consumed by anxiety, depression, and unnecessary worries. It keeps you stuck in negative emotional states that prevent you from fully enjoying your present experiences. But there's hope. Extensive research has shown that mindfulness practices can significantly improve your mental health. Even more intriguingly, regular mindfulness practice has been shown to lead to structural changes in the brain, particularly in areas associated with emotional regulation and self-awareness. This is why Naval proposes that practicing present moment awareness is the key technique for cultivating happiness. This involves consciously directing your attention to your current experiences rather than getting lost in thoughts about the past or future. It could be as simple as fully focusing on the taste and texture of your food while eating, or listening attentively to a friend's words during a conversation. When you're more present, you can fully engage with life as it unfolds. You become attuned to the small joys and beauty in everyday moments that you might otherwise miss. Being aware of the present moment also helps you respond more effectively to challenges. Instead of getting lost in catastrophic predictions or dwelling on past mistakes, you can focus on what you can do right here and now. This reduces unnecessary stress and enhances your problem-solving abilities. Mindfulness paves the way to a deeper, more sustainable form of contentment. Take a few minutes to engage each of your senses. Notice what you can see, hear, smell, touch, and taste around you. Whether you're walking in nature or sitting in your living room, fully immerse yourself in the experience. This simple practice helps ground you in the present moment. Bring mindfulness into routine tasks like washing dishes, taking a shower, or brushing your teeth. Focus on the sensations, movements, and sounds involved in the task. This turns mundane moments into opportunities for mindfulness and awareness. Remember that mindfulness is a skill that takes practice. If you find your mind wandering, don't be hard on yourself. Acknowledge the thought and gently guide your focus back to the present moment. Cultivating self-compassion is an essential part of the mindfulness journey. By incorporating these practices into your life, you'll cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and appreciation for the present moment. Rule 6. Avoid social media. In today's world, excessive screen time has become a default habit for most of us, especially when it comes to social media. Studies have highlighted the toll it takes on mental health. For instance, A 2021 study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology found that participants who reduced their social media use to 30 minutes daily experienced notable improvements in mental well-being, with significant decreases in feelings of loneliness and depression. Social media is inherently addictive. It's designed to keep us engaged. However, the side effects of prolonged use are concerning. One key issue is the constant cycle of comparison it encourages. When you scroll through platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, you're seeing carefully curated snapshots of others' lives. These highlight reels can trigger feelings of inadequacy as we compare them to your unfiltered, everyday experiences, often forgetting that you're only seeing a fraction of someone else's reality. Over time, this comparison erodes your self-worth, happiness, and even your sense of identity. A powerful way to counteract these effects is by setting boundaries around screen time. Start with small changes. Don't jump on social media first thing in the morning and try avoiding screens for at least an hour before bed. Set daily limits for social media use. Experiment with gradually reducing time on your phone by finding alternative activities, reading a book, spending time in nature, or practicing mindfulness. These boundaries may seem like small steps, but they can lead to a greater sense of well-being and personal satisfaction. You've mastered the art of personal happiness, but what if I told you that your efforts could be undone by the people around you? Naval Ravikant suggests that your social environment plays a pivotal role in your well-being. Let's explore how the company you keep might be the missing piece in your happiness puzzle. Rule 7. Change your circle. The energy of those around you can significantly influence your emotional state. When you spend time with happy people, you're more likely to experience and express positive emotions yourself. Conversely, prolonged exposure to negative individuals can bring down your mood and outlook on life. The impact of our social connections on happiness goes beyond just momentary mood shifts. Studies have consistently shown that positive relationships are strongly correlated with increased life satisfaction. People with strong, supportive social networks tend to be happier, healthier, and even live longer. On the other hand, negative relationships can contribute to feelings of unhappiness and stress, affecting both our mental and physical well-being. So, how can you create a social environment that supports our happiness? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with different people in your life. Do certain interactions leave you feeling energized and positive, while others drain your energy? This awareness can guide you in making conscious choices about who you spend your time with. Next, set strong boundaries with individuals who consistently bring negativity into your life. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out entirely, but it might involve limiting your exposure to their negative influence. At the same time, make a conscious effort to seek out and nurture relationships with positive, supportive individuals who align with your values and goals. Remember, cultivating positive relationships is a two-way street. Be the kind of person you want to attract into your life. Practice kindness, gratitude, and positivity in your interactions with others. By doing so, you not only contribute to others' happiness, but also create a positive feedback loop that enhances your well-being. By surrounding yourself with positive influences and nurturing supportive relationships, you create an environment that naturally fosters joy and contentment. It's like creating a personal ecosystem of happiness, where positivity is constantly reinforced and negativity has no room to take root. But even as we cultivate this positive social environment, one final challenge remains on our journey to true happiness. What could this last key be? Let's discover this ultimate insight in our final section. Rule 8. Proclaim it. Naval's advice is surprisingly simple. Tell everyone you're happy. This isn't about putting on a fake smile or pretending everything's perfect. At first glance, this might sound like the age-old advice to fake it till you make it. But Naval's approach goes far deeper than surface-level pretense. This isn't about masking your true feelings or pretending to be happy. Instead, it's about genuinely cultivating happiness through intentional words and actions. Naval emphasizes leveraging the power of consistency bias to shape your reality. By consistently expressing happiness in your words and behaviors, you set a personal standard that you naturally want to live up to. In other words, the more you embody happiness, the more your mind aligns with this outlook, transforming it from an intention into a lived experience. This strategy taps into the psychological concept of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a powerful tool for changing thought patterns and, consequently, emotions. CBT is based on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. By changing one aspect, we can influence the others. By consistently expressing happiness, you're rewiring your brain to align with this positive self-perception. Research supports the impact of positive self-talk on mental health. Studies have shown that engaging in positive affirmations can promote resilience and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. When you repeatedly tell yourself and others that you're happy, you're essentially practicing a form of positive self-talk on a grand scale. Start by making a conscious effort to express gratitude in your daily interactions. When someone asks how you're doing, instead of defaulting to fine or complaining about your day, try responding with genuine positivity. Share moments of joy, no matter how small. Over time, this practice can shift your focus towards the positive aspects of your life, reinforcing a happier state of mind. It's important to note that this approach isn't about denying negative emotions or experiences. Rather, it's about cultivating a generally positive outlook that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with greater resilience. By consistently expressing happiness, you're training your brain to notice and appreciate the good in your life, even during challenging times. The power of this approach lies in its simplicity and accessibility. Unlike expensive therapies or time-consuming practices, telling everyone you're happy is something you can start doing right now, in every interaction. It costs nothing but has the potential to dramatically shift your perspective and, consequently, your experience of life. However, it's crucial to approach this practice with authenticity. The goal isn't to create a false facade, but to genuinely cultivate more happiness in your life. As you express happiness more consistently, you will naturally start to feel happier, creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces your joyful state. As we've explored Naval Ravikant's 7 rules to happiness, we've uncovered one profound truth: that happiness is a skill you cultivate from within. These principles form a holistic approach to happiness, challenging conventional wisdom and offering a path to sustainable joy. Remember, this isn't an overnight transformation. Start small, choose one key that resonates with you, and begin incorporating it into your daily life. As you grow more comfortable, gradually introduce others. By developing these internal skills, you're building a foundation for lasting peace and happiness. Like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful videos like this.